We have one special van tour for you guys today. It has taken us a little while to get out, but it's pretty awesome. Carefree Camper Company is proud to release this van to the owner. Let's go take a look at it. So starting with the base of the van, it is a Ford Transit 250. It is the all-wheel drive model and it's a 2021. This thing came to us with 7 miles on it. That's pretty cool. Up front, all we have is the Agile off-road bug deflector. This thing looks pretty cool. As well as you'll see, all the windows are tinted. The windshield is 80%, the sides are 25, and the back windows are 5% because there's going to be some decal work going on, and we wanted the windows blacked out as much as possible. So as you can tell, this thing is looking pretty beefy and pretty high. So underneath for suspension upgrades, we have Van Compass's 2-inch lift. Awesome. Carlos said it's super easy to install, great parts, as well as we put some new Bilstein shocks on here and some Sumo springs in the back. We still got the stock rims. We painted them a nice satin black to kind of hide them away, and then we wrapped them in a 265 BF Goodrich tire. We had to do minimal trimming, a little bit of the pinch seam back here, a little bit of the plastic bumper up front, and then the only rubbing you're gonna get is on the frame at full lockout going in reverse. Well, real quick, we're gonna go over the more boring stuff of the van, the utilities and all the functions. Up top, we have 2 14-inch fans, as well as 200 watts of solar power. Back here, underneath the garage, is where all the other utilities are sitting. So on the driver's side of the van, the owner is a big mountain biker, so we have the big 60-inch tray to hold 2 of his mountain bikes. On-locking drawer slides that lock out in position as well, so you're not fumbling around when you're trying to get the bike off the tray. So on the passenger side of the van, that is where things start getting complicated. Way up front there is the inverter, the DC to DC charger, the solar charge controller, all of our breakers, bus bars, wiring. Up front too is the diesel heater. The auxiliary tank for that is right back here. The biggest thing with that is these auxiliary tanks are safe. You just got to make sure they are airtight, as well as we try and put them in the most convenient spot for fueling, because that's when you're gonna have a spill and have issues. So the closest we can have it to the back of the door and easiest to fill makes it easier on the customer. And then we also have a big 200 amp hour AGM battery sitting there. So on the back door as well is our instant on-demand water heater. These are super simple to install, guys. Minimal maintenance. One of the big things that we do that we learned off of previous builds is always putting a shut-off valve, because if you don't shut water off to this and you leave the handle on, shut the pump off, close the doors, you think you're all good, and then you turn the pump on to run the sink at night, and then you dump 5 gallons of water in the back of the van. Nobody wants that. This is the only propane appliance in the van, so we are just running it off the little green 1-pound bottles just for ease, and that's gonna last you 5, 10, 15 showers. Well, come look at the good stuff, guys. So coming into the van, guys, we have this touch panel for the lights, which is really nice, and they're dimmable, as well as we have the outlet for the heater. One big thing that we see in a lot of van builds is everybody is sticking the heater under the passenger seat facing backwards. The biggest issue with that is all of your heat loss is happening in the cab. All of it's glass, very poorly insulated. So what we like to do is we actually like to face the heater forwards, because if the front of the vehicle is 70 degrees, you know the back of the vehicle is 70 degrees. Well, up front in the cab area, nothing done to the interior. It is the updated 2021 interior, or 2020. is when they updated the interior. It is really nice. We had a 2015 Transit. This is a little more stylish. There's a lot more cubby holes, which I like. Up front, we got 2 swivel seats, the driver and the passenger swivels. So requested by the client was a workspace area. So what we did is we gave him the flip up countertop option. That way he gets a little more cooking space, as well as we mounted it to our innovative Tigger table. You can find it down in the description below. And what that's going to do is, this is a little high for a workspace. It is able to drop down and you can work comfortably off of a laptop, computer. Also, he wanted some type of monitor system, so we actually have a big LCD TV up in there, as well as down here we have 120 volt and 12 volt outlets. That's way he can keep everything charged up, ready to go, and not have to run extension cords across the van. So on the kitchen side, we start with this awesome distressed countertop. He didn't want kind of the clean look, he wanted something a little different, so we're able to give him this distressed countertop, as well as we got the black and stainless faucet, which accents everything really nicely, as well as the super deep sink. You got to put a super deep sink in every single van. Nobody likes to do dishes that much. As many as you can hide in this bad boy. Gives you a couple days. Here, this is the TV we were talking about. It is on a pull-out mount. Can use it as a monitor over there. Can use it in bed. Tucks away perfectly fine. As always, we have our beautiful white shiplap ceilings. It makes it look tall, clean, as well as the recessed puck lights go great with it. We got our 2 14-inch fans. We did something special with these ones. These ones actually have LED lights built in. So just to give you a little more option, you don't have to turn all the overheads on. You can just turn these on when need be. So under the sink is our water cabinet. You guys know how we design these vans. All the water connections are going to be inside this cabinet. That way you're not chasing leaks through the van. We have our 6-gallon fresh, 6-gallon gray, our SureFlow pump. Everything's super simple, can remove easily, fill up, dump the gray water. So something new that we installed in this, guys, which we are really happy about, is this Truck Fridge brand compressor fridge. So this is 12 volt power compressor. It is keeping up with the Phoenix heat that we are in, as well as it's only using about 2 amps an hour, which is pretty good for a fridge this size. But look at this thing. That is humongous storage. You have 3 shelves, you have all that storage, which is really deep, as well as look at that freezer. It's like 2 cartons of ice cream in there. That's crazy. But we went this route. He was wanting something a little more. He didn't like the chest styles. He wanted a swing door, and just for the cost and for the size of it, it's a pretty good deal, guys. Go check it out. Link in the description below. Behind me on the kitchen and underneath the bed, we have plenty of drawer storage. He's going to use this as a weekend base camp for rock climbing and mountain biking, so we have to make sure he's got enough storage for all his gear and food. On the passenger side of the van, we have this awesome floor-to-ceiling closet, giving him even more storage space. It is housing our monitoring system, all of our gauges and switches for the van, as well as we got some hanging storage for some clothes. We'll show you the cool hang board that we got for the outside of the van. On the bottom there is the microwave, and then our cassette toilet on bottom. Even more storage around all that, so if he runs out of storage, might have to get him a bigger van. So in the back of the van, we have our signature 8-inch green tea memory foam mattress. It is a queen size, a lot of sleeping space. It's a little high, but we had to fit a couple of the mountain bikes under there. So there is a little foot cubby. He's a rock climber, so he'll be able to get up in there, no issue. We do have the 14-inch fan right above the bed, so on those hot summer nights, you can cool right off. What we really love about doing this, guys, is getting challenges. And one thing the customer requested is he likes to rock climb, and he sent us this hang board so he can do his finger exercises, and he said he wanted it somewhere on the van. So what we did is we were able to connect it to the body of the van for him. That way it'll screw right in like that, and then you can hang off in the doorway, do his finger workout, and then you can take it off, put the screws back in, waterproof it, and then this goes, stores away. It was a really cool concept. It was fun, you know, coming up with a solution to make that happen, as well as I did try this thing out, and yeah, I couldn't do anything. Look at this, there's like a 1/4 of an inch gap here. Like, how's my little chubby finger supposed to hold me up on that? Well, that is the short and sweet tour of this one, guys. It is, wow, this was a fun one. The customer was really fun to work with. We did some cool things on the outside. We did some cool things on the inside. I think this is one of a kind van. If you guys are interested in getting something like this built or something else, check out our website in the description below. We've done plenty of vans, lots of different ideas for lots of different people. So you can contact us and we can make things happen for you. Thank you for watching this video. Make sure you stay tuned. We got some other cool van builds coming out for you guys to see, and we'll catch you on the next one. Thank you.
Yep.
Well guys, we have a special video for you today.
You weren't in frame when you started.
Where's the frame?
The tail light is like the very edge of the, so like right there for you, yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Welcome to the piece de resistance. No.
Yeah, that's how you say that.
Is actually the housing for all of our monitoring systems. Monitoring. Little high, but we had to fit a couple mountain bikes.
I'm sorry, I tried really, really hard. I was trying so hard not to sneeze that I almost threw up instead.